Good evening, everyone. Hi, welcome. It's so glad to have you all here. I'm so excited. It's been a long time coming, at least in my head. My name is David Poolman. I'm the executive director and league commissioner of the College Squash Association, and I'm so excited to be here with you tonight. As you can tell, stumbling over my words already. That's a good start. For those who saw me on Instagram Live the other day, you could probably tell this is not my forte. But bear with me. I'm really excited. We're going to have a great time tonight. And I'm happy I remembered how to tie a tie and I found my sport coat. So I'm ready to go. That's a win in and of itself. And just everything else is gravy at this point. So so excited to have you all here. Thanks for tuning in. We have a great show. It's jam-packed. So let me get right to it. We're going to have a welcome speaker first. Then we have a special guest to help me present and pay tribute to our Hall of Fame inductees this year, as well as our Lifetime Achievement Award and a recognition that we've resurrected after it's been dormant for a little while. So excited to get that underway. And then really happy to move on and talk about our senior awards, in particular, highlighted by the Ritchie Award and the Skillman Award, the top awards for senior players. So we're in for a great night. And to kick us off, I'm so delighted to welcome to the show our welcome speaker for the evening. He's an incredible guy with an amazing resume. He's a versatile and accomplished sports commentator in pretty much all sports that you can imagine, all across the Disney family of networks, in particular ESPN and ABC. He's been notable on college football broadcasts in prime time, Monday Night Football. He's done lots of top-ranked boxing on ESPN. He's moved on to, in the past, he's done horse racing, and now he's into the entertainment side as well. He's done Battle of the Network Stars, and you can see him most recently on Holy Moly, a hit show on ABC. He's also, I've taken note, an aficionado of Italian culinary arts, and that's a whole another time. We'll get him online for that conversation later. But really, what we're most excited about in college squash is his enthusiasm for the game. He's coming into it because we're so excited to see his daughter joining ranks of players, and he's offered to play an important role for us in communicating our stories and our messages, and we're really grateful for that. And so, despite all those other accolades, we'll get to know him most as Nicolina's dad at UVA matches in the future. Welcome to the College Squash Awards, Joe Tessitore.
David, thank you so much. And David, by the way, you're not stumbling or doing anything wrong. The tie looks great. Your Zoom room background is perfect. And you're doing great because your passion and your authenticity and sincerity and love of the game is bleeding through, my man. So fantastic. I'm thrilled to be with you. And by the way, if you could ever coach up my agent and PR team at ABC to give introductions like that, please do so at any point. Listen, first off, congratulations to everybody who's a finalist and award winner tonight. That's the most important thing, to celebrate those who have achieved. There's a part of me, David, that laughs at the mere thought of me even being on the CSA Awards and being asked to speak here. And I'm sure there are plenty of folks at the New Haven Lawn Club and down at Yale who are laughing hard now. I can imagine Spencer Lovejoy and our dear family friend Lynn Leong saying, what is Joe Tess doing on there right now? Why would the most mediocre squash player ever be invited to speak here? Listen, I'm a completely mediocre player, but we are a squash family, and you're going to find few families and few guys who are more enthusiastic and appreciative as a supporter of squash than I am. So I was asked to come on here briefly because we want to get to the awards, just briefly, to share my perspective on college squash, considering the unique role that I've played in sports and sports television. Yes, I'm a squash parent, but I have spent my entire career in other sports on national TV, and specifically college football and the NFL, two sports that I believe suck all the oxygen out of the room when it comes to attention and national attention. But let me say this, I am blown away by college squash. I am blown away by the dedication it takes to even get to this point of the game. the level of athletes that we're dealing with, the level of competition we're dealing with, the long path just to arrive here, from the humble innocence of playing U11s to working your way through the junior program, those innocent days, to getting to the red hot crucible of US Opens and national championships, to becoming a recruited athlete, and then finally being among the best of the best to play at this level. I'm in awe of it whenever I watch it, when I see what these tremendous athletes have done to get to this point. That's what needs to be celebrated tonight. It reminds me that for years, I was part of another end of season sports celebration at the college level, and that was the Heisman Trophy celebration for college football, where you sit back and it's primetime TV and we're showering these college football players with these myth-making accolades. And I'm guilty of being part of that sugarcoating. I'm guilty of that fawning and creating these marketing opportunities for these soon-to-be millionaires in the NFL. Meanwhile, I hear from my college squash friends, why not us? How can we get that kind of attention? Why can't we get game coverage from ESPN or the great feature stories from ESPN? And what I want to say to everybody tonight who's joining us for these awards is that fortunately for college squash, things are breaking really well. The media landscape has changed so much in the course of recent years that the answer is actually right in front of all.
Joe, I think we lost your audio for a little bit there.
Okay, I'll repeat it there. What
There
I'm
you
saying
go.
is
Yeah.
the answer is right in front of us right now, that the media landscape has changed so much in recent years that it's fortunate for college squash, because it's just a point of activating properly at this point. When we sit there and say, how come college squash doesn't get that attention? Why can't ESPN give game coverage or great storytelling? So the doors to me are open right now. And you consider, listen, the past 3 weeks of my life, David, and I shared this with you, I was doing commercials with the Muppets as of 2 days ago. I'm just happy to be talking to humans right now. I was with NBA star Steph Curry, and we were on ABC in primetime taping 20 episodes of Extreme Mini Golf. So think about that, of where we are in the landscape of media coverage of sports right now and what opportunities exist. Between YouTube, Instagram, the streaming services, direct-to-consumer opportunities, the distribution opportunities right now that didn't even exist just a few years ago do exist. And content is king, and good content is needed, good storytelling with great competition. And the viewing public is very comfortable with straying from the mainstream lanes. So college squash actually has the secret sauce already. It has great potential storytelling that is married to amazing competition. So to me, it's all just sitting there for this wonderful sport to get that kind of attention. Listen, I just worked with a group of TV producers in recent weeks who are off doing competitive floral arrangements that's becoming streaming popular network TV. We have sports apps that are filled with stuff that's on the periphery of what we consider mainstream sports. DAZN is doing darts that's getting major attention. So yes, the endemic media matters, and having the family that believes in sport matters, but compelling content is what works right now. So the answer for this group right now, and those who love this game and are intimately involved, is to deputize each other, to become our own PR agents, to push nonstop and demand that great stories are told from the inside out, to create an active community in college squash that propels these stories forward with weekly storytelling, and create an irresistible attraction that everybody who's on this award show already feels and knows. Demand it of your sports information directors, demand it of each other. Take advantage of the social media opportunities, take advantage of the digital content opportunities, and give access, because I believe that squash can do that. I'm a huge believer in the college game, not just where it's been, because it does have a grand history. It has a great history that we're about to celebrate with some new Hall of Famers. It has a great current, present history that keeps developing, but I think where it's going is going to be very special. So I'm going to look for those opportunities to try to expand the brand a bit. Unique storytelling, open lanes that we can take advantage of. I do think the sport is ripe for that kind of coverage, and we can all push it. We can have more significant storytelling, potentially docu-series of championship moments and events. And, you know, I do believe, David, and we've talked about this, that all great sports have certain pillars that they stand on. And squash has it. The simplicity of one-on-one competition, right? Speed, action, endurance, and in the end, a fight. So it's all here for the taking. And I'm very bullish, and I hope that my bullish perspective is shared by everybody on here so that in future years on nights like this, we're cherishing it among new faces and new fans. That should be the goal for all of us here. But for right now, we'll stop talking about the future and we'll celebrate those who deserve to be celebrated. So from me and our family, congratulations to everybody who's a winner tonight. I want everybody to have a great night, and we are so excited to be part of this family. I'm so excited now that you're going to be welcoming the new Hall of Famers. Carry that momentum forward, my friend. Let's have a great night.
Will do. Thank you so much, Joe. We really appreciate your efforts and your passion and enthusiasm. We'll definitely be touching base. And we'll look forward to getting you on a broadcast when we start.
I'd be happy to. Forget Monday Night Football and college primetime.
I mean, come on. There's no comparison, really. When it comes to when you have a 4-4 team match and you're the national championships on the line, I think we could bring you in on that. So
all right, have a great night ahead. Thanks
so much, Joe. It's great to have you on board. Wow, great passion from Joe Tess there. We totally agree and have that capability with us, and we're looking to build on that as we go forward. Starting, I suppose, with nights like this. So let's get right into it. We're going to move along to the first portion of our award ceremony, and that's going to be our Hall of Fame portion. And to help me with the presentation of and paying tribute to our Hall of Fame class, I couldn't have found anyone better, really. He really needs no introduction in these circles, but I'm going to give it to him anyway because it just kind of blows my mind every time I go through it. And I'll just talk about the college squash side alone. He's a college squash team champion. He's a college squash individual champion. He was the 1981 Skillman Award winner. He's a college squash Hall of Famer himself. He's the chair of, the president of Squash Engine, which puts on phenomenal events all around the country. And now we are so lucky he's the chair of our board of directors. He's my boss. He's my mentor. He's my friend. And really, other than my family, he's been one of the few reliable and meaningful constants that have really grounded me during the pandemic. So welcome to the show, John Nimick. Hi, John.
Hi, David. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tess. That was very inspiring. It is my privilege to introduce our honorees this evening for the Hall of Fame and Lifetime Achievement. And as a member of the Hall of Fame, it's a particular delight to welcome new people into this roster. But before I begin these honors, I want to speak to our teams, coaches, captains, and most importantly, our seniors. College squash is 100 years old, and what is now the College Squash Association started 90 years ago in 1931. Our team championships started in 1942, but they stopped for 3 years, as did every pro, amateur, and recreational competition due to the Second World War. Your 2020-21 season will be vacant too. You already missed the lost bus rides, joy over team victory, and the gloomy silence of defeat, trying to find your uniform in the laundry bin, explaining why you were late for practice, or really joking with your friends about the quirks of your coaches. But you did not lose these things without purpose. You stood down. You stood down so that others might stay healthy. You gave up what you love, what we all love, to help others. You performed your own community service this past year, and your friends, family, and college squash will not forget. Thank you. It's a great, great honor to recognize our first inductee into the CSA Hall of Fame. This individual is being inducted into our CSA Coaches Division, which could not be more appropriate, as the name everyone calls him by is simply Coach. Paul Asiante is not larger than life. He is life. Life as grand as it can get, and life as granular as it can be. A mentor who is in touch with every player, administrator, and like-minded friend or foe he ever met. A dancing bear who starts the year's squash season at 12:01 a.m. with a party. A teacher who put a small liberal arts college on a hillside in Hartford into the national sports conversation. Who calls sporting icons and national figures friends, but knows custodians, groundskeepers, bus drivers, and athletic trainers even better. He internationalized college squash. He coached his Trinity College teams to a record-setting 13 straight national championships and 17 overall. His bantams have become the next generation of coaches in the U.S. He has defined the U.S. national elite coach role and its possibilities. He is an author, inspiring public speaker, and our sport's national treasure. Please enjoy this video celebration of our latest Hall of Fame inductee, Paul Asiante.
I've been with him for maybe 10 years. I mean, it was an incredible 10 years. As a player, we were super successful. I think we won 4 national championships under his guidance. Obviously, but that was a blip in Trinity's, massive streak of, I think, 13 or 14. I remember when I was a player, first coming to campus, he was able to create this family environment, which everyone kind of felt connected and just included. And I think that is very difficult to do. And I think one of his, main strengths is his ability to get people to fight around a cause and to bring people together. And I think that is what he did so well at Trinity.
I remember the day that I came to the US. I landed like 10 p.m. at night, I think. And that night, 2 of my teammates came to pick me up from the airport, and we went to a dinner where Coach was there as well. And he immediately, this was my first time meeting him, by the way, and he immediately made me feel at home. Made me feel like, even though I was thousands of miles away from home, that I reached somewhere where I was gonna feel at home too. And whoever you kind of speak to over the years, kind of have that same experience with him. So it must be something special about Coach that he knows how to create and how to install that feeling into his players.
Paul, over the course of your career at Trinity, you have played a critical role in strengthening our athletics programs and shaping the history of athletics at Trinity College. You are a Trinity parent, a fervent supporter of our academic mission, and a trusted friend and colleague to so many across campus. You have served as an inspiring mentor to so many young athletes from all over the world, while enriching our community with your professional expertise, spirit, and dedication to excellence.
Beyond the wins, beyond the streak, the championships, we get every day to soak in the knowledge of a living legend. Coach Asiante is so much more than a squash coach. He's a teacher, he's an educator, he's a mentor, and the relationships that he has with Trinity students, current and past, men and women, all athletes, non-athletes, everyone knows Coach. Everyone understands what he's about, his values, and the ability to have someone like that walking the halls and sharing that knowledge with our students, our coaches, our staff, and our alumni on an everyday basis is amazing.
I often remark that Trinity's greatest strength is its people, and this evening we celebrate you, Paul, the best of the best. We are so very proud to call you a Trinity Bantam.
Coach Asiante, on behalf of Trinity Athletics and myself, congratulations.
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 Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for everything you've done for Trinity.
It's about time it's happening, and you deserve all of it, all the credit. So I hope you enjoy it.
Congratulations, Paul, and thank you from all of us. We're sad not to be giving you this long-deserved honor in person, but we will celebrate your induction together into the College Squash Hall of Fame a little bit further down the road. Our next inductee enters the CSA Hall of Fame Patrons and Friends category. David Schlossberg is a key driver of squash initiatives across our sport. He was instrumental in encouraging and enabling Penn to build what is now the state-of-the-art squash facility in college. But he also has played a key supporting and inspirational role in the U.S. Squash Specter Center, as well as various Squash and Education Alliance initiatives. Many friends in the squash community note that David does all of this with a special grace and humility and a dedication to helping all of those around him succeed. Please enjoy this video coming up. And one last thing about David Schlossberg, he does all of this from his hometown mecca of squash, Omaha, Nebraska.
David Schlossberg, due to having a life of service, you've been elected to the College Squash Hall of Fame. For your squash efforts, you're joining other notable people like Hunter Lott, who was first elected from the University of Pennsylvania, Seymour Knox, Treddy Ketchum from Yale, and Russ Ball from West Point, among many others. Let's review for a minute what you've done at the University of Pennsylvania. You joined the advisory board for the Intercollegiate Athletics Department at Penn. By joining that board, you gave squash a voice that we did not have. You also funded the first study of where to put the squash courts. David, your contributions have been large and small to the University of Pennsylvania's squash. As a result of that, we have a world-class squash facility. We're attracting the best students to our squash teams, and we're enjoying success that we would not have without your leadership. David, thank you very much for all you've done for the University of Pennsylvania's squash program.
David, congratulations on being elected to the CSA Hall of Fame. I think back to when we met 12, maybe 15 years ago, where we were as a program, and there's no person that we have come to know that has done more to help us get where we are today, and that's standing here in this beautiful Penn Squash Center. So congratulations to you, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi, David. Congratulations on being inducted into the College Squash Hall of Fame. On behalf of all the Penn alumni, we couldn't be more proud. You've made such great contributions to the game of squash and to the University of Pennsylvania, and we couldn't be happier for you. Enjoy the moment, and congratulations.
David, congratulations on your nomination in the College Squash Hall of Fame. You've meant so much to college squash at Penn through the facility that will mean, not just for Penn, but for intercollegiate squash, and to the U.S. Squash Center behind me and all it will mean to intercollegiate squash. But most importantly, you being a member of the College Squash Hall of Fame makes it a prouder place for those who are in it, and for the young people who look to the Hall of Fame to see what matters in terms of caring and giving back and passion for the sport in the most wonderful way. I'm delighted, David, that this news has come through. Congratulations.
David, congratulations on being named to the CSA Hall of Fame. Couldn't think of anyone more deserving than yourself. We're in this amazing brand new facility here at Penn because of people like you, and what you've done for the game has changed so many lives. Penn is a special place, and working here has been a dream come true. Thank you for everything that you continue to do to support our programs, the student athletes, and our school. Go Quakers.
Congratulations, David, and welcome to the greater college squash family. As with Paul, we look forward to a time in the near future when we can say a real thank you in person and celebrate this recognition together. My last responsibility tonight on behalf of CSA is to recognize Wendy Lawrence for her transformative contributions to college squash by formally conveying on her the Arthur Blasberg Jr. Lifetime Achievement Award. Not given since 2007, this ultimate recognition by college varsity squash was reinvigorated this season by an incredibly generous gift by the Blasberg family of Boston. The Blasbergs can practically field a varsity squash team on their own, and we are delighted to have one of those team members here tonight to represent the family. Please welcome to the program, Jack Blasberg, Brown class of 2016 and team captain. Hi, Jack. Nice to see you.
Thanks, John.
Tell us a
Thanks,
little bit
John.
about your grandfather and why your family felt so motivated and excited to connect his name in perpetuity to this very special award.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, John. Thanks, David. It's a great honor to be here tonight. For the first time, this award is given in the name of my grandfather, Arthur Blasberg Jr. Arthur was an avid squash and college squash fan, where he cheered on his sons, his daughter-in-law, and his grandchildren. But more than watch us compete, he also enjoyed watching our teammates and even sometimes our competition. Even as a silent spectator, I know he got a lot of energy and great joy from the exciting atmosphere of a tight college squash match. And it meant a great deal to him to have this award named after him, and it means a lot to me and my family. So thank you very much for having me tonight. Congratulations, Wendy, and look forward to everything to come in college squash ahead.
Thank you, Jack. And thank you, Jeannie and John Blasberg, both of whom have given back to the sport on any number of levels, both nationally and locally, both with U.S. Squash and with Squash Busters and SEA programs, and to you, Jack, and the entire Blasberg family for reinvigorating this very special honor. Some of the greatest coaches in our sport have been recognized with the CSA's Lifetime Achievement Award, including Jack Barnaby of Harvard, Al Malloy of Penn, Peter Lyman of the University of Rochester, Aggie Kurtz of Dartmouth, Dave Johnson of Williams, Ed Saris of Amherst, and Patty Epps of Franklin and Marshall. Tonight, we honor Wendy Lawrence for her gifted and inspiring leadership of the varsity teams at George Washington University. As you will learn from the following video, Wendy's achievements go far beyond college squash and touch nearly every corner of our sport. We look forward to welcoming Wendy onto the program and speaking with her at the conclusion of this video.
Wendy Lawrence is a pioneer. After learning the game as an undergraduate at Vassar College, she joined a law firm and thought she might go to law school. But a chance opportunity to teach a ladies' clinic at the Uptown Racket Club in New York City set her on a new path, one filled with opportunities to break barriers, to lead and grow the game of squash, and to leave an indelible mark on the Washington, D.C. collegiate and national squash communities. A list of groundbreaking accomplishments on Wendy's resume is extensive. The first female head squash professional at a major club, Squash Pro, general manager, and then president and co-founder of a squash club and gym in Washington. A successful scholastic squash coach and athletics director. Only the second female to coach a male college squash team. And president of the Women's College Squash Association, an inaugural board member of the restructured College Squash Association, just to name a few. Despite her extensive success and impact, not to mention the multiple awards she received from U.S. Squash, the Tournament of Champions, and the National Capital Squash Rackets Association, it is her humility and connection with her student athletes and colleagues that may be most memorable. Her players fondly remember her candor during recruitment, her dedication to their improvement and success, and her care and guidance as they navigated their collegiate experiences and beyond. It is why they saw Wendy as a vital mother figure and still invite her to monumental moments in their lives. Her colleagues value her consistent level of support and her steady nature in the face of changes and opportunities. Before her retirement in 2019, both college squash and George Washington University's teams thrived with the influence of her leadership and commitment. This is why, with great honor, the College Squash Association presents the Arthur Blasberg Jr. Lifetime Achievement Award to Wendy Lawrence.
Well, I can't wait to speak to her, and I'm looking forward to Wendy joining our program.
There she is.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, John. Hi, David. How are you?
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. I'm thrilled, and I couldn't be happier and more appreciative of this award. And I thank the Blasberg family for their support and resurrecting this award. And I've known Jeannie, and I've seen all three of her kids play squash in college, and it's been a big thrill, and I've really enjoyed supporting the Blasberg family from afar, and now being able to get this award, it's wonderful, and I thank them.
You have a lot to look back on, and you have a lot to look forward to also. But when you do look back on being a college coach and coaching George Washington, what stands out to you?
I don't think there's any doubt in my mind that first and foremost, the players that I've worked with, they come to you in their senior year or even earlier in high school, and you first meet them, and it's a delicate balance to try to make sure that they're a right fit, both on their end and our end, and then moving them along the recruiting process, and then having them hopefully for 4 years, watching them grow as young adults, and then sticking with them. I've gone to their weddings now and seen the birth of some of their kids. So it's a long process, but they're without question the highlight of my coaching. And then secondly, I would say the people that I work with, first and foremost, the other coaches that I've dealt with, both in the junior level and in college, they've been so incredibly supportive, and given all the sort of bad publicity that the NCAA has gotten recently about the basketball and not supporting the women's side, I found that not to be the case in U.S. squash and college squash. There are unfortunately very few women coaches compared to men, but I've always felt that all the coaches took me under their wing when I first started and were incredibly supportive. And that has meant a lot and has kept me in this sport for as long as I've been here.
You coached both the men and the women at GW, and then after you retired, you helped Georgetown by consulting on their pathway potentially to bring their women's program to varsity status, which we obviously hope happens next season. We need more women's varsity programs. What should we focus on?
No, you're absolutely right. I have no doubt that Georgetown will do its best to finally go over to the top and have their women's team varsity. The progress was cut short because of the pandemic, but we hope that they'll get back on track. I think it starts with having more girls and women get into the sport, and one way to help support them is to have more women coaches in the sport that the girls can see as role models. The vast majority of coaches on every level are men, and I think that that's part of the issue. So I'm determined through a program with U.S. Squash to help try to recruit more women into the sport. And obviously, the more girls grow up with it, then the numbers will grow, and there'll be more pressure on schools that only have a men's team to add a women's team as well. So I think it's a gradual process that will take time, but I think there's momentum in that direction.
You and I have had parallel careers in many ways, and I just want to take us back for a moment to about, say, 1982, maybe 1983, and the Capitol Hill Squash Club in Washington, D.C. And what you had going there was pretty special, and particularly so with a lot of squash playing politicians from Capitol Hill. What do you remember about those days, and do you think we can make that happen again?
Given the current political climate, I look back at 1982 and I see John Warner playing squash with Carl Levin, a Democrat, a Republican, and keeping track and playing the Levin brothers playing every week and keeping track of their scores over 20 years. You know, I wish that I could hope that that kind of bipartisan squash playing could happen today in Washington. And I think squash is one of those perfect sports that can bring that that to bear. But right now, I'd be hard pressed to see a weekly Democrat-Republican match in the current climate. But we hope that changes.
Well, maybe we can look into that and do our small part.
Absolutely.
To create a little bit of a bridge through our sport.
Right.
On a personal note, Wendy, you've been an inspiration to me for 30 years, and watching you touch every corner of the sport has shown me what somebody who has a total dedication and passion for squash can do. And you've helped commercially, you've helped collegiately, you've helped grow the futures of young men and women. And I couldn't think of a better honoree with the Blasberg Lifetime Achievement Award.
Well, thank you, John. And, no one gets to this point without a lot of help. And, I start with my family, my husband, Mark, and my two kids. If they didn't play squash as juniors, I never probably would have continued, because it was great to be able to have them enthusiastic and cart them around with me. And I'd like to mention my college coach, Elizabeth Ritchie, who is the Ritchie Award is named after her, and she was the inspiration to get me started in squash. So there are many people to thank, but it's been a great run, and I know that college squash will continue to grow and get stronger. And I thank you too for working at the CSA on the board, and all the people that I work with on the board. They are very hardworking volunteers, and it was a great experience.
Well, congratulations. I wish we could say that we'll all gather in the lobby after the ceremonies are over, but that'll have to wait for another time as well. Before I go, I just want to give some thanks to Bill Doyle and his Hall of Fame committee and Lifetime Achievement Committee, who determined and recommended this incredible roster of candidates for this year's awards. And also to thank our host for the evening, who moonlights as the executive director and league commissioner of the College Squash Association, David Poolman. David is he's the first and only full-time employee of the College Squash Association, and is somewhat single-handedly making a better future for every current and future student athlete. David, we look forward to a full on-court season next year, and to seeing CSA grow bigger and stronger and expand under your leadership. Thank you for this opportunity tonight, and good night.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, John. Congratulations, Wendy. Thanks for joining us. It's great to have you both.
Thank you.
Really appreciate the support. So before I move on to the, I'm just taking that all in. What a great roster of awards. Really phenomenal. Before we move on to the second half of our award show tonight, I do want to take a moment to recognize that while this past year has been so challenging for so many people, there were some extra challenges in particular for the college squash community, and that hit particularly close to home for us. Two young members of our playing community, Marwan Mahmoud Abdelnabi, University of Pennsylvania class of 2018, and Enzo Corigliano, St. Lawrence University class of 2022, both tragically passed away in 2020. And just for a moment, we want to take this opportunity to honor and celebrate their lives. Yes, that shot did go in. And please remember that if you're struggling with your mental health or in other areas, you're not alone. Please reach out for help. The CSA is investing in resources and programming to improve mental health awareness in our sport. And the squash community is here for you. Never forget. Now I'd like to move on to the second portion of our award show. very excited to talk about our senior awards. And before we get into, we have our finalists with us tonight. Before we join them, I want to recognize one other award winner. We celebrated with her team last week over Zoom. This is the Ann Wetzel Award. It's given to a player. It's given to a player who did not have any squash playing experience prior to college, and then has progressed to a great level of play and an understanding of the game. And this year's award winner of the Ann Wetzel Award is Isabel Bronson from Vassar College. Isabel actually had no rec experience whatsoever prior to joining the Vassar College team, but she used her diligence and perseverance to work her way up to the middle of Vassar's lineup by her senior year and worked her way into the hearts of her teammates. She was a 2-year captain and expressed great sportsmanship all throughout. So again, congratulations again to the Ann Wetzel Award winner, Isabel Bronson of Vassar College. For those who joined early, you also saw our opening video was a scrolling list of our scholar athletes. We had 169 scholar athletes this year. That's 169 juniors and seniors on our varsity teams who have earned a 3.50 GPA or higher. It's incredible to see that number, and it's such a great testament to this incredible group of players who's working so hard on the court, but also putting in the work off the court in their academics as well. So congratulations to all of our Scholar Athlete Award winners. We'll be publishing that list in the coming days as well. And seniors, we haven't forgotten about you. We have a tribute to you as well. That will be coming next week, so stay tuned. Now I'm excited to move along to our next phase of the evening. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. And that is our 2 senior awards. You know, Joe Tess mentioned he got to work with the Heisman, but what about squash? Well, we have our the Heisman over squash for men and women, the Betty Ritchie Award, and the Skillman Award. So I'm excited this evening we're going to start with the Betty Ritchie Award. And the Betty Ritchie Award is given to a player who best exemplifies the ideals of squash in her love of and devotion to the game, her strong sense of fairness, and her excellence of play and leadership. This year, for the first time, we are very lucky that the award has a presenting sponsor. And the presenting sponsor this year is the Aziz family, who are very strong supporters of college squash, and in particular, the Yale squash community. Joining us today to help me present the award is a member of the Aziz family. She is the 2010 Betty Ritchie Award winner and a 3-time CSA All-American. Welcome to the show, Alia Aziz. Hi, Alia.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. And I'm happy that my family, for whom squash has been such a big part, is able to stay involved in college squash in this way. Congratulations to everyone being considered. Honestly, being nominated in and of itself is a testament to skill level, sportsmanship, leadership. For me, winning the Betty Ritchie Award literally a decade ago, more than that actually, it was a huge honor for myself, but also it was a way for me to honor my love and affection for the game and for the Yale squash program, especially for my amazing coach, Dave Talbot. But more meaningful probably than any award is just remembering the memories I had playing squash in juniors and throughout college. I'm sure for many of the players here, you'll continue to use the work ethic and discipline that you brought to the squash court to life beyond your respective colleges, your sports teams, and it'll serve you for years to come in either on the squash court or in your professional life. My team members are still some of my closest friends. I'm going to be a bridesmaid in one of their weddings coming up. So I just encourage everyone to stay in touch with their team members. It was an honor for me to play for Yale, an honor for me to play for Dave Talbot, an honor for me to play with some of my closest friends. And so that's really all I've got. Congratulations again to all the nominees, and keep on playing squash.
Thank you so much, Elia, and thank you to your father, Sharyar, as well for his contributions. He sits on one of our committees, and we're grateful for your family's support. If you'll stick with me for a little bit, we'll welcome our nominees to the show. So our first nominee for the Betty Ritchie Award from George Washington University, Zoe Fu Yukan. Hi, Zoe. Welcome to the show. Oh, sorry about that. Hi there.
Hi.
So Zoe, you're coming to us from Malaysia, is that right?
Yeah, that is right.
How's Friday morning treating you?
It's doing well. Pretty bright.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show. Congratulations on being a finalist for the Betty Ritchie Award, and please enjoy this video made on your behalf.
Thank you so much.
Zoe Fu, ever since she got to campus in the fall of 2017, has been such a loyal and driven, focused teammate. And as she progressed throughout her career, was named a captain her junior and then ultimately senior year. She was our #1 player for 4 years. She amassed 55 career victories in 3 years, which is 5 off the all-time program lead, which is incredibly impressive. 3-time All-American, twice second team, and then this past season, 2019-20, she was a first-team All-American, which was the first time any GW men's or women's squash player had ever achieved such a feat. And then on top of that, just developing into a leader, and that's one thing I'm so incredibly proud of her for, that it's so clear for me as a coach, just seeing her grow as a leader and as a person during her time here, you know, finding her voice off the court, just her leadership, her patience, you know, even things like organizing the recreational squash tournament at our home facility to kind of grow squash on GW's campus. You know, she was the person leading the charge and organizing that. Tremendous squash success on the court, and then an even better legacy off the court as a leader and as a person. So it was a genuine pleasure to be able to coach Zoe and getting to see her grow over these past 4 years. And the fact that she's nominated for the Ritchie Award is not surprising in the slightest. She's been a model sportswoman on the court, off the court, and hopefully she can bring it home.
Wow.
Wow.
Great works, great words on behalf of your coach, Anderson. And you saw, of course, your former coach, Wendy, just received the Lifetime Achievement Award. So exciting night for GW Squash. Thanks so much for being with us, and hang tight. We're going to bring into the show our next finalist for the Betty Ritchie Award. I know Alia has a place in our heart here. From Yale University, Helen Teagan. Hi, Helen. Helen, if you can unmute.
Hi.
Hi, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
No, congratulations on becoming a finalist as well. And please enjoy this video made by your teammates.
Actions speak louder than words, and Helen's actions tell the whole story. Helen is the definition of what it means to be a competitor and a leader. She is resilient, supportive, caring, fun, so insanely intelligent, and such a positive role model.
Helen is probably the coolest person I've encountered at Yale. She always finds a way to inspire the people around her by sharing an anecdote from class or her latest brilliant idea for an essay. She once said in the middle of midterm season, "I'm trying to pretend like I enjoy this class as much as I enjoy my favorite activity," which right now is squash. That logic has helped me through many a tough class.
Though I was only Helen's teammate for 1 year, I really saw the impact that she made on Yale squash. She was such a kind, warm, and welcoming leader and brought about such a joyful and welcoming energy that I honestly can't even begin to describe with words.
She's an incredible teammate who's always there for you, whether it's something related to squash or otherwise. And she's also been an inspiration to us because she's always willing to go the extra mile, get the extra session in, and just persevere.
Helen is a true inspiration on and off the squash court. She's one of the most graceful, yet gritty and determined players I've had the pleasure to be around. She's also a support system for everyone on our team off the court, for long chats or quick check-ins.
On court, it is always a pleasure watching Helen play.
She is super determined to get to every ball. She doesn't give up, and she gives every single match her all. And off court, she's just a wonderful human being.
She will also give me advice off the court and also help her teammates become a better player. I think she's really a role model to all of us.
She is truly an incredible teammate. She's so emotionally intelligent and will check up on everyone, her friends, and the community around her whenever possible.
Helen is a great candidate for that, both as a competitor at the top level in the CSA, but also her sportsmanship, her demeanor, character, off the court, respect by her peers, pursuit of her interests as a student athlete at Yale.
Helen is so dedicated, so hardworking, and so motivated, and what motivates her is accomplishing things for her team.
I think I can speak for all of WSQ when I say we're so proud of you, but not at all surprised.
Just want to congratulate Helen Teagan on her nomination for the Betty Ritchie Award. I couldn't think of a more deserving person.
Helen, it's been such a joy coaching you for the past 3 years. Your tenacity, resiliency, and skills inspires us all. But your grace, empathy, and fairness is what truly sets you apart.
Helen, can we confirm no squash players were injured in the making of that video?
No, just like a TV, I think. But
Just the TV. Oh boy. Wow. Well, you'll never live that one down. And it's on the internet now, so everyone knows that happened. But congratulations. And I'm excited to bring on our third finalist from Trinity College, Minji Tae. Let's see. Hi, Minji.
Hi, everyone.
Congratulations on being a finalist as well. And like the others, we have a fantastic video to share with you. Please enjoy.
Minji is a champion in every sense of the word. On the court, she is focused, disciplined, and has a huge desire to win. And off the court, she is a caring, thoughtful leader who is always helping the team to strive to do the very best they can.
She's just like very, very composed, relaxed, gracious on court. And I think that's something very hard to do. So that's something I admire in her. If people think of Minji when they think of squash, like that's very good because like Minji, like I said, she's very calm, cool, and collected when she plays. So I think like the award being a sportsmanship award, I think it represents Minji 100%.
Congratulations, Minji, on being nominated for the Betty Ritchie Award. I can't think about anyone else who so rightfully deserves to be in this position. You're a great role model and you inspire us every single day. The Trinity Women's Squash team is rooting for you.
Wow. As you all can see, we have three incredibly talented and very well-deserving finalists for this award. We're so pleased that you all could join us for the event tonight. On behalf of Alia and the Aziz family, I'm honored to announce this year's winner. The coaches have voted and delivered me the victor. The winner of the 2021 Betty Ritchie Award is Zoe Fu. Congratulations, Zoe. Congratulations to all of you, but congrats, Zoe, on being named the Betty Ritchie Award winner for this season.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Zoe, just hang with us. Thank you, Minji and Helen and Alia, for joining us. It's great to have all of you with us. And congrats on phenomenal careers and being recognized in this way. I'm very happy for you all. So Zoe, how do you feel?
Honestly, I am very, very, very surprised. I never thought I would actually be winning this award. So I'm actually really, I'm so surprised, and I'm also absolutely really honored to be recognized as one of those players who could inspire other players, or I know I'm just completely lost of words at this point.
Well, you certainly earned it based on everything I read and heard, not just your exploits on court, but also off court as a member of SAC and and organizing a tournament on campus. It's incredibly impressive. You were a 3-time All-American at GW. How does, what's some memories or some takeaways that you have from your career that you'll take with you?
I think the biggest one would be having such great teammates who are constantly supporting me in and out of the squash courts. And they're just always my pillar of support. I could always count to them whenever I have problems, and laughters. We would enjoy every moment. I think there's not a single moment that, and during my career in college squash, that was a highlight. I think every single memory was a highlight for me. I enjoyed every single moment. The time that I spent, the bus rides, the traveling, the tournaments, the hard times. I think all of those are collectively are big memories for me, and I don't think I can ever forget them. And because there's so many girls on the team, I feel every part of the girls are a part of me, and it's just such a wonderful honor to be able to represent my university, but also my teammates, my coaches, and everyone. It's just unbelievable.
Well, congratulations again. Phenomenal career, phenomenal accomplishments. And I hope this got your Friday off to a great start over all the way across the world. So congrats. We're very, very happy for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. We hope you stay engaged with college squash. Always stay in touch, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
Take care. And now I'm excited to move on to the Skillman Award, the men's version of this award. The Skillman Award goes to a senior who's demonstrated outstanding sportsmanship during their entire career, while also maintaining a high level of play. For the second straight year, the Skillman Award is being presented by the Schiller Family Foundation in honor of their father, Dr. Sheldon Schiller. Dr. Schiller loved the game of squash and particularly liked the sportsmanship aspect of it, which he constantly embodied in his own game. And we are so grateful for the Schiller Family Foundation's support of this award for the second straight year. Now to bring our nominees, our finalists, into the show. First, from Franklin Marshall College, Sanjay Jiva. Hi, Sanjay. How are you doing?
Hi, David. I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on an excellent career.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, of course. In your honor, your teammates have put together a great video. So here you go. Tune in.
How's it going? This is Matt Ducarm, Sanjay's co-captain. I just wanted to say that he's the most talented squash player that I've ever seen play, and he is very well deserving of this award, as well as Jack and Salim. They're both incredible candidates. But I just wanted to congratulate Sanjay because he's such a talented player, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future.
Sanjay's a great player, definitely one of the fairest, definitely one of the more skillful players I've played with, and I think he should be front runner for the Skillman Award this year.
When I think about Sanjay, 3 things come to my mind: hard work, passion, and respect. He's extremely respectful on court, always good with his teammates and opponents. He works really hard and pushes everybody to work hard on the team, and he's extremely passionate about the sport and would do anything to win a game, and we see how incredible of an athlete he is every time he steps on court, and I 100% believe he deserves the Skillman Award.
Hey everyone. So the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of Sanjay is not just how incredible on court he is and how great of a player he is, but even more so his manners and his respect that he shows for everybody around him. And I think his dedication towards our team and towards the sport fully deserves the Skillman Award.
Being a bit new to squash, I had to look up what the Skillman Award was, and after researching it, I realized that Sanjay is the perfect candidate for the award. His skill is incredible, his poise on court is lovely, he is an amazing captain and an amazing teammate, and I have nothing but great things to say about him. He is the perfect candidate for this award.
Congratulations, Sanjay, on the nomination for the Skillman Award. You really deserve this. You're such a hard worker, one of the most talented players I've ever had the privilege of working with. You're a great leader, fantastic captain, and your future is bright for you. So congratulations, and enjoy this moment.
High praise from your teammates there, Sanjay. It's nice.
I love my team.
That's what we like to hear. All right, our second finalist for the Skillman Award is Salim Khan, also from George Washington University. Hi, Salim.
Hi, David. How are you?
Great. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on a great career and being a finalist for this award.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right. We have a tribute video. Please enjoy.
So Salim has been a terrific leader and teammate ever since he started at GW in the fall of 2017. He's really kind of embodied the lead by example mentality, and especially for his first few years, really learned from some of his older teammates and then was able to implement what he learned as a captain, as a junior and a senior. His work ethic, the way that he would approach every single practice, it would rub off on the rest of his teammates. Salim has been an absolute stalwart in our program for the past 4 years, playing in the top third of our lineup since he arrived on campus. 57 career wins in 3 years, which puts him 7th all time. And then on top of that, some absolutely massive wins that led to some of the best finishes in program history. But on top of that, just the type of person that Salim is and what he brought on and off the court was incredible. And then making it kind of a full family experience, getting to know his parents, Azam and Maureen, 2 terrific people who raised a tremendous person. They've been great all along the way, and it's been awesome getting to know them. But Salim has been a terrific leader on and off the court. He sets a great example for his teammates, and it's just always been very clear how driven he is, and that would rub off on his teammates and rub off on me as well. So the fact that he's nominated for this award, which is based on sportsmanship and skill, is not shocking at all. He's kind of been a model sportsman ever since he got here, and I'm so incredibly proud of what Salim has accomplished and look forward to him hopefully winning this award.
Salim has really played smart squash, and that's it. Salim Khan wins the match.
Great footage there of that victory, Salim. Awesome stuff.
Thank you.
And finally, bring on our third finalist for the Skillman Award from the United States Naval Academy, Jack Lentz. Hi, Jack.
Hey, David. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. I saw on Twitter earlier, you got some action in with the Barb opening round of the Barb tournament going. Good work. And we have a video for you, so please enjoy.
Leadership and skill on the squash court are the pillars of the Skillman Award. No one embodies that more at the United States Naval Academy than senior Jack Lentz.
I think it's really difficult to put into words exactly what Jack has done for this program. I mean, his effort and his attitude on a daily basis is unmatched.
It's humble, it's leadership, it's great play, excellence. Checks all the boxes. He does it the right way.
Since his arrival to Annapolis in 2017, the Philadelphia native has played either the number 1 or number 2 position on the ladder, compiling a 56-25 overall record.
Since I've been associated with the program, I mean, Jack has been our top guy. He's been an intercollegiate doubles champion. He's won our Barb tournament 2 times, and he's our only ever all-conference player.
In 2019, Lentz and partner Michael Kasurgis won the Intercollegiate Squash Doubles National Championship.
And I know to him it meant everything because it was, 2 years in a row he was
this close, and then he finally got it.
A leader both on and off the court, Lentz is currently Navy's team captain.
He's embraced it. He's kept our guys energized, motivated, and then all else positive.
Following graduation this May, Lentz will be commissioned as second lieutenant in the United States Marine Corps.
It fits him to a T. I think he's someone that's always looking to challenge himself and to push himself, but to do so in an environment where he can support others.
Though the COVID-19 pandemic limited his collegiate career, Lentz will have a lasting legacy in Annapolis.
He's shown what it means to be a leader and to lead by example. I think Jack's effort and attitude and energy is second to none, and that's pretty visible, when you watch him compete wearing the Navy blue and gold.
Great stuff. Clearly, we have 3 phenomenal candidates for the Skillman Award this year as well. On behalf of the Schiller Family Foundation, I'm honored to announce this year's winner as well. The coaches have voted for this award, and the winner of the 2021 Skillman Award is Jack Lentz from the United States Naval Academy. Congratulations, Jack. Congratulations to Sanjay and Salim for 2 great careers as well. It's been great to have you with us. Thanks for tuning in, and stay involved with squash. We'll see you soon. Jack, how does it feel?
David, wow, I was just super happy to be considered alongside Sanjay and Salim. To win just means so much more.
Is there anyone you want to thank? Anyone that comes to mind when you think about your college squash career?
Yeah, God, it's a long list. So, starting off juniors, Bill Lane, Julie Harris. I remember I played tennis growing up. Julie made me hold a 10-pound dumbbell in my left hand as I tried to swing the ball. Parth Sharma kind of taught me my whole work ethic in squash. And Damon Liddell Brown back in Philly, kind of done a lot of work with him. Freshman year coach Craig Dawson kind of taught me what it meant to be a Navy squash player. And then my coach for the last 3 years, Tyler Osborne, has just been so great on and off the court, kind of teaching me how to be a leader on the team. Then I have to thank my teammates, obviously, because they've just been great, away trips, teaching me what it means to kind of graduate from this place and, not take from the Naval Academy, but get back to the Naval Academy. And then I have to thank my parents and my siblings for just taking me to all these tournaments growing up across the country and, sharing beds, crammed car rides with the dog. So it's just been a great adventure.
Fantastic. Can you think of a memory that you'll take away from your college squash experience?
There's just so many.
Yeah.
I think it had to be my freshman year. We played Dartmouth, and coach went on like there's a loudspeaker in front of the entire school and said, there's going to be 3 Chick-fil-A. So everyone showed up, and people were banging the glass doors, and it was just a mess, but just so much passion. I loved it. So.
Well, congratulations on a phenomenal career. I know you have a couple matches still to go, so good luck with those. And thanks for your service. I've heard you're going into the Marine Corps next, so good luck, all the best, and thanks for everything you've given back to college squash as well. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, David. Thanks for hosting this.
My pleasure. So congratulations to all of our award winners. I know we're a little over time, so I'll keep it brief. Just so grateful for the opportunity to have this event and just be surrounded by so many great people. What a fabulous night. I really hope we get a chance to get together in person soon. In that vein, scrolling here along the bottom, I won't go through them, but these are the dates for our 2022 championships. So mark those in your calendars now. Locations are still to be determined, but I hear there's a new facility cropping up down in Philadelphia area that we might want to check out. So stay tuned for an announcement on that. Speaking of staying tuned, we're grateful for your support, and we hope that you stay engaged with college squash. There's lots of different ways to do that. First, if you're joining from our YouTube page, either live or after the show is complete, please stay on the page and check out a full channel. We have a whole video series of memorable matches that we posted in the fall. We're going to have an interview series coming up this spring. We just posted our first clip early this week. And so stay tuned. Every Wednesday, we'll be posting interviews. If you go visit our website, csasquash.com, there are links at the top to join our mailing list. We'll send out a regular newsletter every few months. There's also a link to donate directly to College Squash. We always need the financial support as well as the emotional and the physical support. And so if you feel so inclined to support us philanthropically, we are very grateful for that as well. For those who are active on LinkedIn, we have a CSA Alumni and Friends Network group. Please reach out and join. We'll be happy to have you. And there's much more planned, much more to come. As John said earlier in the event, we have a lot of work to be done. This is just the beginning. So we're going to build off it. And who knows, we just got in these this week. We might even have a new merchandise line. We've got our nice new limited edition right now, CSA caps. So be on the lookout for those as well. I don't want to finish the broadcast without saying a few thank yous. First, the College Squash Association Board of Directors, and specifically John Nimick, for all of their support. They spend countless hours volunteering their time to help out. And as a one-man shop, I am very grateful for that. Thank you to all of our student athletes and our coaches. Without all of you, there would be no reason to have me. And I'm grateful for all of your support and your efforts. Thanks also to US Squash and Kevin Klipstein just for your support of our operations and bolstering us as we grow into this new phase of the CSA. I want to thank my team that helped me with this event. In particular, Michael Bello with his camera. Most of the shots, or a lot of the shots that you've seen tonight and that you see on our website and on our social pages are provided by Michael. So we are very grateful for that. Great job. Thank you to Sophia Singer and Stephanie Withy, who both helped produce some of the videos and the content for tonight. And finally, most importantly, my family, all of whom have been so supportive as I've gone on this journey. And my wife, special shout out. I wouldn't look this cool in this hat without her. And also, of course, her love and support. So thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great night, and we look forward to getting back on court next season. All the best to everyone. Take care. Have a great night.